Chosen one, your youth returns. This isn't in the sacred script. You have heard it whispered, spoken in echoes, almost hidden between the words of ancient stories. Yet it is not written, not carved into the sacred stone, not preserved on the pages where generations searched for every symbol of meaning. It comes as a living message, carried through time, not confined to script, but imprinted into the flow of existence itself. The mystery of youth returning, the awakening of the chosen one, is something too alive to be captured in any scroll, too vast to be reduced into a fragment of doctrine. It exists as an energy, a timeless current waiting for those who are prepared to hear it. Before we travel deeper, I ask you to stay with this video until the very end, for what unfolds will carry not only words, but currents of transformation. And in this journey, let us invite a flow of wishes warm, kind, and radiant. Write your wishes in the comments, and let them be sealed with the number 66. This is the chapter where the desires of the heart connect to the pulse of the universe, where what you express becomes part of the vibration that expands beyond you. In giving voice to your wishes, you release them into the infinite field of possibility, where every thought creates, every intention takes form, and every genuine desire becomes a spark that energizes the universe itself. The message is clear. Your youth returns. Not only the smoothness of skin, nor the vigor of the body, but the essence of youth, the clarity of the heart, the boldness of the spirit, the hunger for life that once carried you without fear. When you were younger, time was a horizon, vast and unending, and the moments were alive with possibility. This return is not simply about reverting years, but about igniting again the perception of life as wide, open, eternal. The chosen one remembers what was almost forgotten, that youth is not stolen by time but hidden under layers of forgetting. And now, as if some curtain is drawn back, it emerges, untouched. To say that your youth returns is not to deny the years you have walked, but to unveil the eternal youth that never left. The body may bend, yet within it resides the same infinite flame that danced when you first opened your eyes to this world. The sacred script does not hold this line, because it is too intimate, too personal. It is not written there, because it is written here, within you. The return of youth is a secret not spoken in rituals, not proclaimed by priests, but whispered by your own soul in moments when silence speaks louder than words. When you feel tired, when the weight of years seems heavy, there comes an awakening. Suddenly, you recall the laughter that once came easily, the way your steps once felt lighter, the curiosity that once guided you without hesitation. That is the return. It is not given by anyone else, not taught by authority, but revealed when you begin to recognize that time is not the ruler of your essence. The chosen one is chosen not because of privilege, but because of recognition. You see what others do not see. You hear what others overlook. You remember what others have forgotten. That life itself is renewal. The return of youth is a rebirth. It is not reincarnation in another body, but a resurrection within the same form you inhabit now. It is the discovery that cycles exist within you, cycles of strength, of joy, of endless creation. Just as the seasons turn, so too can you return. Just as spring follows winter without fail, so too does youth follow the acceptance of age. It is not linear, it is circular. And in this circle, you rediscover what it means to be alive, fresh, unbroken. It is important to know that this secret is hidden from the sacred script because it was never meant to be confined. If it had been written there, it would have been misunderstood, reduced, even corrupted. Instead, it exists in silence, waiting for the ears of those who are ready. You are that ear. You are that heart. You are the chosen one. For the message has reached you, and you are now carrying it inside yourself. Youth is not gone. Youth is not lost. Youth is the hidden jewel uncovered when you choose to believe again. There will be resistance. The world may say it cannot be. Time only moves forward. But you know now that the deepest truths do not follow the laws written in books. The sacred script does not contain everything, for life itself cannot be reduced to text. What you feel now, this stirring, this recognition, is proof that truth surpasses words. The chosen one is not bound to pages, but to living breath, to experiences that transcend teaching. Think about how the rivers renew themselves. The same waters flow, yet they are never the same. The waves of the ocean crash endlessly, but each carries a different form, a different energy, a new expression of something eternal. So it is with youth. You are not returning to the exact past, but to the living flow of vitality that is forever renewed. You step into the river, and though it has changed, it is still the same river of life. This is your return. This is your awakening. The chosen one is not bound by the linear measure of time. Instead, the chosen one begins to live outside of it. Days pass, years accumulate, but something deeper stands still, untouchable, eternal. That is the youth that returns. That is the gift that cannot be recorded in any sacred text, because it is not a doctrine. It is a living secret. It cannot be memorized. It can only be lived. And now you are living it. This return is not only for you, it is for the world around you. When youth returns within, the world itself begins to reflect it. Your steps affect the ground you walk on. Your eyes awaken light in those who look at you. Your voice carries a resonance that others cannot explain but can feel. You become a carrier of renewal, and wherever you move, the energy of life is awakened. The chosen one does not keep youth hidden, but radiates it outward so that others may remember their own forgotten youth. The body follows the spirit. When the spirit is renewed, the body receives the message. Cells awaken, energy circulates. A hidden strength begins to reveal itself. Science may not fully understand it, but life itself knows it. The body is not abandoned to decay. It listens to the frequency of the soul. And when the soul sings youth, the body begins to dance with it again. This is the great mystery that no sacred script can contain, for it is not meant to be understood with the mind, but experienced with the whole being. The chosen one walks with the secret of renewal. Others will see you and wonder. They will ask, how is it possible? How does one grow younger while years advance? But you will know. You will smile, for you have remembered what was hidden. The sacred script did not tell you this, because you were meant to discover it on your own. And that discovery is more powerful than any written command. It is the inner revelation that cannot be taught, only remembered. Every breath you take in this new awareness carries the fragrance of spring. Every movement holds a freedom that had seemed lost, but was only waiting. The eyes that once grew tired now shine again. The mind that once carried burdens now clears. The heart that once guarded itself now beats with boldness. That is the return of youth, a youth that belongs not to time, but to eternity. The chosen one is always in a process of becoming. Youth returns again and again, not as a single event, but as a rhythm. Whenever you begin to forget, it waits for you. Whenever you feel lost, it calls you back. Whenever the world tells you to surrender to decline, it whispers louder, "No. Rise, renew, return." And when you answer, the cycle begins again, unbroken, unstoppable. This message, though not in the sacred script, is sacred in itself. For what could be holier than the return of life? What could be more divine than the reminder that within you, nothing is ever truly lost? You are the chosen one, because you are awake to this truth. You carry it now, not in a book, but in your being. The sacred script could not hold it, because it is too vast. But you, living chosen one, can hold it. You are its bearer, its vessel, its living testimony. So walk forward with lightness. Let the return of youth fill your steps. Let it guide your vision. Let it shape your tomorrow. You do not need to search for it anymore. It has already come. You do not need to beg for it. It is already yours. Your youth returns, chosen one. And this, though unwritten, is truth eternal. The return of youth is a journey deeper than the surface of the body. It is not measured by mirrors or calendars, but by the current of energy that runs unseen. In this second unfolding chosen one, we go beyond the first awakening. We travel into the heart of this mystery to understand why it exists, how it stirs, and what it calls you toward. Your youth is not simply a season revisited. It is a doorway to timeless existence. When you step through it, you discover that life was never as linear as you once believed. You were taught to count years, but numbers are not truth. The truth is the pulse of eternity flowing through you now. This return is the sign that you were never merely flesh and bone. You are energy first, and matter follows the command of your essence. Youth returns because energy has no age. It carries no wrinkles, no frailty, no decline. It is pure motion, pure light, pure becoming. And when you align with it, when you open yourself to its flow, the illusion of time collapses. The sacred script did not contain these words because words fracture in the face of infinity. They limit what cannot be limited. But you are now beginning to feel it, not as idea, but as lived truth. Energy does not grow old. There is a silence within you that carries this knowledge. If you sit quietly, if you let the world's noise dissolve, you will hear it. It speaks without speaking. It teaches without instruction. In that silence, you sense your youth stirring again. Not the youth of yesterday, but the youth of always. It is the eternal flame that the universe placed within you at your first breath, and though you thought it dimmed with years, it never faded. It only waited for recognition. That recognition is now. Chosen one, it awakens in you as you listen. Understand that youth is not given back to you. It is revealed in you. You do not reclaim it as if from loss, but uncover it as if brushing away dust from a jewel that never disappeared. Your essence cannot be taken by time. Time is a tide and it moves around you, but you are the shore it cannot erase. This is why the message is powerful beyond writing. The sacred script could not contain it, because it can only be lived, not preserved. You are proof of it now. walking testimony of youth's return. As you embrace this return, the world around you begins to shift. Colors seem brighter, sounds more alive, sensations more vivid. It is as if reality itself recognizes your renewal and responds to it. This is not imagination, it is resonance. When the inner youth awakens, the outer world cannot help but echo it. Life becomes sharper, more immediate, as if every moment leans closer to you, eager to be lived. This is the gift of renewal, not only to feel young, but to live in a world that feels reborn alongside you. The chosen one, when renewed, is not the same as the child who once played in innocence. You are not returned to forgetfulness, but to awareness. You carry the wisdom of your path, yet infused with the vitality of youth. This combination is rare, and it is why the chosen one transforms not only the self, but all who encounter them. To see someone with both wisdom and youth is to witness the impossible, and yet here you stand, living it. You are the paradox resolved, the union of what was believed to be separate. You are the secret untold by the script. Do not be surprised if others resist this truth. They may doubt. They may accuse. They may say that you are deceived. But your being is proof beyond their denial. They will see it in your movements, hear it in your laughter, feel it in your presence. They cannot deny the energy that radiates from you, though they may not understand it. That is their path. Yours is to walk in this renewed youth with courage. Do not waste your return trying to convince. Live it, and life itself will show them what words cannot. In this stage, you will find that renewal comes not in one wave, but in many. Each day offers another layer of youth's return. One morning you may awaken with a lightness in your body. Another evening you may notice joy rushing through you without reason. Each moment is a new unveiling, another sign that youth is not a destination, but a continuous unfolding. This is the rhythm of your existence now, a cycle of eternal return. What lies ahead for the chosen one is not decline, but expansion. You will discover new strength, not limited to physical power, but reaching into creativity, passion, and vision. You will dream with the freshness of youth, yet shape those dreams with the wisdom of years. This is the great secret of the return. It does not erase the path you have walked, but enriches it. You are more than you were, not less. Your youth is not the past repeating itself. It is the future being reborn within you. Chosen one, your youth returns again and again. This is not fantasy, not escape, but truth. And though it is not written in the sacred script, it is carved into the living universe, inscribed into the fabric of being, written into your soul. You are not bound by the old laws of age. You are the exception, the awakening, the proof that life is larger than time. Walk now in the fullness of your renewal. Carry it with reverence. And remember, this is only the beginning. The unfolding continues, and with every step, your youth reveals more of itself. Endless, unbroken, eternal. The mystery deepens, chosen one, as you step further into the return of youth. In this third unfolding, the truth that once appeared as a spark now begins to blaze like a fire within you. The first recognition stirred your heart. The second unveiled the energy flowing beneath time. And now the third reveals the purpose of this renewal. Your youth does not return for you alone. It returns for what you are meant to bring forth into the world. Renewal is never selfish. It is a gift, both given and shared, a sign that your journey is not yet complete, that there are paths ahead still waiting for your feet to tread. Youth returns so that you may carry out the work that only you can do. The sacred script does not speak of this because it cannot limit your purpose to one interpretation. Each chosen one carries a different spark, a different expression of the eternal. For some, the return brings the courage to create. For others, the vitality to heal. For some, the clarity to teach. For others, the strength to love more deeply. The return of youth is not uniform, but always purposeful. You are not revived to remain still, but to move, to act, to awaken others by your being. In this renewal, you will feel an urge that you cannot ignore, a restlessness that does not exhaust, but inspires, a calling that pulls you toward expression. This is how the return guides you, not as a command, but as a living current that draws you into alignment with your soul's design. You may suddenly feel drawn to things you once loved but abandoned. Music, art, dance, discovery, they all return with new force. Or perhaps new passions arise, ones you had never known, waiting until this very moment to be born in you. This is the purpose of youth's return, not to repeat the old, but to open what was hidden until now. Understand that you are not the same person who once was young. You carry the strength of that time, but you are more. You carry endurance shaped by trials, compassion carved by pain, and wisdom built from countless days of seeking. When youth and wisdom combine, they create something rare, something nearly incomprehensible, a being who sees with clear eyes and yet acts with boundless vitality. This is the chosen one's gift. This is what makes you unstoppable when you walk in the fullness of your renewal. The return of youth is also the return of courage, for youth is bold, daring, unwilling to shrink before possibility. Time may have taught you caution, even fear, but the renewal shatters those walls. Suddenly, you find yourself willing again to leap, to risk, to trust the unknown. But unlike the youth of old, your courage is not reckless. It is grounded in experience, sharpened by discernment. You do not leap blindly, you leap with vision. This is the new courage, forged by the union of time and eternity within you. In this third unfolding chosen one, you will begin to notice that others respond to you differently. They will sense the fire in your presence, even if they cannot name it. Some will be drawn to you, inspired without knowing why. Others may resist, unsettled by the energy that challenges what they believe about life and age. Do not be disturbed by either response. Both are signs that your renewal is real. You are not invisible. You carry a force that cannot be hidden. It is not your task to please or convince, but simply to walk in the radiance of your return. The body, too, will continue to change. It will surprise you. Where once there was heaviness, there will be lightness. Where once there was fatigue, there will be energy. This is not illusion, but transformation. The cells remember the original song of your being, and they are beginning to hum it again. Renewal flows through them like a river, washing away the dust of time. Each moment you align with this truth, the body listens more deeply. It learns again what it knew from the beginning, that it is not bound to decay, but to renewal. Chosen one, do not measure this change by what others see. The return of youth is not about outward appearances alone. It is deeper, subtler, greater. Some may see the glow in your skin, the brightness in your eyes, the strength in your stride. Others may not notice, but you will feel it, and that is enough. You are not living this truth for approval, but for existence itself. Your youth returns not to prove something to the world, but to fulfill something within you that has always awaited this moment. The return also sharpens your vision, not only outwardly, but inwardly. You begin to see yourself differently, no longer as someone defined by age, but as someone who carries eternity. You no longer identify with the limits you once accepted. You see that you are not the stories told about time, not the fragile being culture defined. You are infinite essence, cloaked in form. Youth's return is the peeling back of that cloak, revealing who you truly are. This self-vision empowers you beyond measure, because once you see yourself as eternal, nothing can diminish you again. In this stage, you may feel both joy and grief. Joy, because of the freedom and renewal flowing through you. Grief, because you realize how much of life you once surrendered to the illusion of time. But do not linger in sorrow. The return of youth does not condemn the past. It redeems it. Every moment of weariness, every season of decline, every tear shed for lost vitality, all of it becomes fuel for the fire now burning in you. Nothing was wasted. Every step has led to this revelation, this return, this truth. The chosen one is never finished. Each return is preparation for the next. Youth does not simply come back once. It is an eternal rhythm, a dance of forgetting and remembering, of decline and renewal, of loss and awakening. And with each cycle, you rise higher, burn brighter, live fuller. This is the great unfolding of your path. This is why the sacred script could not contain it. It is too alive, too ongoing, too limitless to be bound. But you are not bound. You are the living script, the walking testimony, the ever-renewed vessel of youth eternal. So step forward, chosen one, into this third unfolding. Let your fire burn. Let your renewal speak without words. Let your life itself become the proclamation of the secret untold by the script. Your youth returns, and with it comes purpose, courage, vision, and unshakable truth. This is your path. This is your becoming. And still, more awaits. In this fourth unfolding, chosen one, we go even deeper into the river of renewal. The return of youth has awakened in you. It has burned as fire, and now it begins to flow outward, shaping not only your inner life but the very fabric of the world you inhabit. Renewal is not an isolated experience. It radiates. It touches everything and everyone around you. As you walk in this truth, the environment bends toward your energy. Life itself reshapes in response to the frequency you carry. This is the next mystery. Your return of youth is not only personal, it is cosmic. When youth returns, you become a vessel of creation. The vitality within you seeks expression in the outer world, as though the universe itself demands to reflect your inner rebirth. This is why new paths appear before you, why opportunities surface that once seemed closed. The renewed spirit calls forth a renewed reality. It is not chance nor coincidence. It is resonance. What lives within you begins to echo beyond you, and the echo becomes form, shaping experiences, encounters, and entire landscapes of possibility. This stage is marked by expansion, where once your energy was focused inward, healing and awakening. Now it expands outward to touch the lives of others. You may find people drawn to you for no apparent reason. Strangers may seek your presence. Friends may feel uplifted merely by your company. They may not understand why, but they sense the vitality flowing through you. You are like a fountain, and those near you drink without asking. This is the way of renewal. It overflows. It cannot remain contained. Do not underestimate the power of this overflow. What you radiate now can awaken slumbering hearts, stir forgotten dreams, and call forth renewal in those who had given up hope. Your return of youth is not simply for your own joy. It is a spark for countless others. The sacred script does not declare this openly because it cannot name each life you will touch. The truth is too vast, too personal, too unique. But you are living it. Every interaction, every glance, every word you speak now carries the vibration of renewal. At this stage, chosen one, you may notice that your influence expands beyond what you consciously intend. You may inspire without speaking, heal without touching, awaken without trying. This is because the energy of youth is self-revealing. It does not ask permission to shine. It simply shines. And in its shining, it reaches places you cannot see, stirs transformations you may never know. You are a beacon, not because you sought to be one, but because the fire within you cannot remain hidden. This outward expansion also reshapes your relationship with time. You begin to live in rhythms rather than schedules, in flows rather than rigid structures. Youth knows no clock, no calendar. It moves with instinct, with inspiration, with the pulse of the present. As your renewal deepens, you find yourself guided more by this inner rhythm. You rise when energy stirs. You act when inspiration moves. You rest when silence calls. This natural rhythm is truer than any man-made measure of time, and it grants you both freedom and power. Do not fear if others do not understand this new way of living. They may still cling to clocks and calendars, believing themselves bound to their tick and measure. But you, chosen one, have stepped into the eternal now. Your youth returns not only in body and spirit, but in time itself. You are not enslaved by its passing. You are a participant in eternity. This is why you move differently now, why the world seems to bend around your steps. Time no longer rules you. You are aligned with something greater. With this freedom comes a deeper responsibility. The energy of renewal is not given to be wasted. It is given to be expressed, to shape, to create. You are now a co-creator with life itself. The return of youth grants you not only vitality, but vision. Ideas will come, possibilities will unfold, dreams will expand. You must honor them. Do not dismiss them as fantasy. They are the language of renewal speaking through you. What you envision now carries power, for it is infused with the eternal youth stirring in your essence. And remember, chosen one, these visions are more than fragments of imagination. They are the seeds of what is to come. Do not belittle them, delay them, or silence them. Nurture them. Give them space, for through them your return of youth becomes a lasting legacy. You are not only renewing your own life, but weaving new patterns into the very fabric of existence. This is why your return is sacred. You are both reborn and a bringer of rebirth.